It is 90 years since the first royal Christmas speech was broadcast to the nation by George V. Written by poet Rudyard Kipling. The 251-word address was delivered live from the monarch's home in Sandringham, as he told his empire. "I speak now from my home and from my heart to you all." Now, decades later, King Charles III will be the first king to make a televised Christmas message, and following in his great-grandfather's footsteps, he will also be at Sandringham. Queen Elizabeth II opted to give her inaugural Christmas broadcast in the same chair and desk at Sandringham as her father and grandfather used for their speeches. Now, as he takes over from of his late mother, fondly known by those behind the scenes as One Take Windsor, the world will be looking to see if he sticks with tradition or brings something new to the speech. The Christmas speech will be his personal take on the year, and obviously at the center will be the Queen and her passing. "There is no doubt that will be the case," royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams told The National. "Very often she was deeply religious, she often had a link to a religious theme, and it will be interesting to see how he, remembering Christmas and what it means, handles that, and also the parts of the royal year that he chooses to highlight. I think it will be a very professional job, especially since he is well aware he will be the subject of such fascination. It is the first one. In a year that will obviously see the Queen's death and the magnificent funeral at the center of the speech, there is no doubt he will pay a very moving tribute to her." Editor of Majesty magazine Ingrid Seward is expecting a masterly performance. Please like and subscribe to the channel. This December will be the first time that Charles III has recorded a Christmas message to the nation and the Commonwealth, she wrote in Majesty. "Over many years of public speaking, the King has acquired the delivery of a professional actor, and I have no doubt it will be a masterly performance." Now a Christmas Day institution, aired at 3 p.m. UK time, there had been speculation he could scrap the custom, but not being one to shy away from voicing his personal opinions in his former role as the Prince of Wales, it will be a yearly opportunity to present his own perspective on global events. It is understood the King recorded his speech last week, in between releases of his son Harry's Netflix documentary, which he is not expected to mention. "We know, as he had to create his own role as Prince of Wales, we have had an insight into his interests and thoughts and character for better or worse, because he has been very controversial in the past years," Mr. Fitzwilliams said. "We will have to see how it compares to the Queen's, she was very adept, but he has had plenty of time to practice. The Queen used to meet her advisors months in advance of Christmas to discuss the issues she should touch upon, but having only been in the role for 4 months, the King will not have that chance, but many expect the overriding theme will be to pay tribute to his mother. I'm sure he'll record the speech a few days before, and it's bound to have some reflection on their loss," the BBC's former royal correspondent Jenny Bond recently told OK! Magazine. It is expected he will touch on the war in Ukraine and the unprecedented changes in the UK government's party leadership, which marked the start of his tenure and the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. In the past, a small team of 6 has usually been involved in filming it: 3 producers, a film editor and 2 camera operators. It is usually written by the monarch and filmed in the weeks leading up to Christmas. King Charles has already faced challenges in his short time as monarch, from losing his mother and a race row caused by a palisade, to the recent Netflix documentary released by his son Harry. "I do not think he will address the controversy," Mr. Fitzwilliams said. "The problem is there is very little the royal family can do with reference to the Sussexes. With reference to diversity, yes, there is quite a lot they can do and should do." The King has chosen to spend the festive period at Sandringham. It is not known if he has filmed the broadcast indoors or outside. Over the years, the Queen appeared addressing the nation at the gates of Buckingham Palace, at a military barracks during the Iraq War, and in the palace gardens. But one thing is certain, as he makes history as the first British king to give a televised Christmas address, it will be marked by sadness from the loss of his mother. In her final speech, she sat behind a desk in the white drawing room at Windsor Castle, accompanied by a single framed picture of herself and her late husband, as she paid a loving tribute to his service to the nation. This year maybe the King will sit next to a similar photo as he looks ahead to the hard act he has to follow. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel.